I live? I think I'm live. Well, one shot only here, boys. Here we are for your 2024 LCDM Fantasy Football Quarterfinal Preview. Do want to take a quick look at the standings here. The final season standings did have Rockport 1, La Porta Potty 2, Mean Machine 3, Vatican Radicals, Lalo Eddie, and Chill Guys taking up the 6th spot. Finishing one game over Rome. Shout out to Rome. This team is actually pretty good despite having 2 kickers and 2 tight ends. Worked out pretty good. Scored a lot of points. Moving on. I do want to take a look at our first quarterfinal matchup, which features Chill Guys, who are on a 3-game win streak. At 3-8. Look dead in the water. Definitely does win the Kim Kardashian Comeback Player of the Year. At 3-8, ended up 6-8, making it into the playoffs, getting that final win over Rome, versus the number 3 seed Mean Machine at 9-5, with a win streak of their own at 2. I do want to take a quick look and see how did Chill Guys get here. What was responsible for them making it to the playoffs? And you look at, first starts off here with Stephen.Andrew, 7th, finished 7th. 3 over his last 4 weeks where he has a 3-game win streak. He's 3rd in quarterback rating. Huge pickup there. Tua also coming on strong here. Somehow I've dropped instead of putting on IR. That's a dumb move of me, and I need another quarterback. But anyway, Tua, 2 over the last 4 weeks. Good pick there. So obviously been hurt, so 21 not great. Chase Brown has been excellent this year for a very late round draft pick. Jameer Gibbs, 5 as a high draft pick, worked out for him. Cortland Sutton, a great pickup by Josh, who's made some good moves. He's putting effort in to get that win streak back in. Corey Myers, solid. Cade Otten, solid tight end, almost top 10 tight end. Devontae Adams, kind of disappointing, but still there. Tyreek also kind of disappointing to only be 13th when he's drafted in the first round, but 13th's better than nothing. In the last 5 weeks, last 4 weeks he's been 5th. Russell Wilson's been a big player for him here. He's made a lot of points for him there. I remember he kicked my ass one of these games. A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., not bad, but in general, he's been carried by this man right here, the greatest kicker in fantasy football, maybe the greatest kicker in the league right now, Chris Boswell, by far the best kicker. Obviously, was not projected to be the best kicker at 17th. And a strong defense with the Denver Broncos, but mostly you're looking at great quarterback play. Sam Darnold was a great pick. Jameer Gibbs hit, and his guys have gotten hot at the right time. Tyreek coming back on, Tua coming back in. And he's sitting here going against Mean Machine. I do want to take a look at Mean Machine's ranks here. How did he get here to a very solid 9-5 record? Tied for 2nd on wins, but behind on points there. Has had Jameis Winston, who's done well for him last 4 weeks. The top 5 finish for quarterbacks. Kyler Murray's been strong for him all year, top 10. And there's a lot of single digits here for Mean Machine. That's a good sign. 8th best running back, Kyron Williams all year. 4th best running back, Bijan Robinson. D. Higgins, he's hurt too much, but still solid. Justin Jefferson, number 2, and deserved. He was projected 4. He actually beat his projection. Mark Andrews, 7th, top 10. Shakir, pretty solid games, honestly. And this, I'm salty about this. I'm salty about Malik Neighbors. When he took him in the draft, I was like, damn it, I wanted to have him there, and he turned out to be great for him. Even though over the last 4 weeks he hasn't done much, but he carried him in the early season there, so you can't discount that. Jaden Reed also been a good player for him earlier in the season, hasn't done much lately. So he's had to adapt some. He's got Njoku here, he's done well over the last couple of weeks. And then he's got Jake Moody and Philadelphia Eagles. So yeah, but mostly he's looking at he's the running game. He's got Bijan, he's got Kyron Williams, he's got Justin Jefferson leading the charge here. Malik Neighbors got some big hitters there that hit for him there. And as we look at their matchup here at the Game Center, the projections are pretty close. We got 165 to 164 here. As I mentioned last year, the 6th seed did upset the 3 seed with Mean Machine upsetting, at the time, Purple People Eaters. So this is anybody's game here. So far, 14 points for Kyron Williams. Had a good game there. He's the only person to have a good game there on Thursday night, it seems like. And Chill Guys hasn't had anybody play yet. So Jake Moody with 9 points for Matt. Not too shabby for a kicker who only scored 6 points. So can't complain about that. So everything to play for here. We do want to take a look now to the other quarterfinal matchup, which features Lalo Eddie versus Vatican Radicals in their 3rd meeting in back-to-back, 2 meetings in back-to-back weeks here. Lalo Eddie, 6-8, coming off of a really strong season last year, the injuries really got him here. Also on a 3-game losing streak here, so not where Eddie would want to be. And as we take a look at his team, you can kind of see why. You know, he had Patrick Mahomes. He's Patrick Mahomes. You're hoping for better than 11th. Jordan Love, has kind of cooled off. He's at 18th. Last 4 weeks, 12th. Mixon's been strong for him all year. That's been helping him a lot. Charbonnet was amazing last week, even though Eddie couldn't get the win there. But he was amazing last week, but in general hasn't helped him too much. Cooper Kupp, last 4 weeks is 7th, but he's been hurt a lot. Marvin Harrison Jr., didn't do too much. Only 28th on the season. Last 4 weeks, 47th. Kelsey, it's fine. For a high pick, though, you're hoping he's closer to 1 than 5th. Like this boy right here. Brock Bowers is a freaking sensation there for tight end. And Aaron McLeod, kind of a decent pickup. I think this is the biggest key right here. Baker Mayfield has been excellent in a late-round pick there. 6th best fantasy quarterback there. Has definitely given him a lot of help there. Brandon Aubrey is a kicker, is a great kicker there. But that's kind of how you end up. Looks like getting to a 3-game loss streak. Has a lot of guys, a lot of good players that just aren't playing up to their potential there. Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Marvin Harrison. Kupp's been hurt, and at one point he had McCaffrey on here, but of course he's been basically hurt the entire year. The first overall pick just kind of down the drain. So that's a tough one, but obviously still makes playoffs, still in this game. And now we do to move over to Vatican Radicals here, and for them it's a 7-7 season, pretty 500 there. Win streak, last win was over Eddie to get the 4 seed over the 5 seed, so not too bad there. Great choice, he called his number there with Josh Allen. I'm tired of losing to this guy. I want him on my team, and well, that was a great draft pick there. He's been 2nd on the season, 1st over the last 4 weeks. I mean, not much you can ask for there. Purdy's been solid, 12th overall. Had a big stinker there tonight as we'll look at the Thursday night as we'll get there. He's a little inconsistent there. Last week he was great, the week before it was awful, and this week it was awful, so unfortunate there. But Derrick Henry, 2nd best fantasy running back, that was a great pickup. 24th last 4 weeks, so not excellent there. 12th on Chuba Hubbard, he's been a great late round pickup there for Reggie there. Mike Evans, his one and only there, not as great as he would have hoped there. Had a much better season the last 2 years. Kyle Pitts, meh. Taylor, I'm sure Reggie would have wanted more from Taylor than 28th and 36th over the last 4 weeks. Rico Dowdle's fine. Juwan Jennings been fine. Pickens decent, 26, but not amazing. Jennings basically better than that. Debo also, Had Rashee Rice, had to put him on IR, Had Evan Ingram, on IR. Goddard on IR. So once again, had some great picks. Obviously, the Josh Allen and Derrick Henry picks are excellent, but also had some players like Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans just not really do a lot for him there. So that's how you end up as the 4 seed. So looking at the game center for these boys, we're at also a pretty tight projection here. It's kind of painful for Reg, like I said, not even a point from Brock Purdy there, who had 142 with a pick and 3 rushing yards, scoring only 6 points. So not great. Going up against Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes here. They're also, Josh Allen might be worth more than both of these quarterbacks there. So you don't really know. A lot of games we played here, but yep, still anybody's game. And that is our quarterfinal preview there. Best of luck to all 4 competitors there, and then we will see you in the semifinals.